What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about lure coloration. So to give a little background on lure colors in general, so with lure colors, what you're going to get are, the main reason there's different colors of lures and not everyone is the same is because, one, fish are different. I mean, look at bluefin tuna and mackerel, or that's a bad example, like a bluefish or a pollock. Pollock is this like maroon brown sort of color, while a bluefin tuna or a bluefish, they have this blue silvery look to them. So it's mainly just to show what that fish is feeding on and to give a better, make that, whatever you're targeting, make it want to eat more because it knows what it wants to eat. Could also be based on water clarity, the size of the bait. It can mean a lot of things, which is why when I first started striper fishing and just fishing in general with lures, lure color was something I was kind of new to, and it's something that it's pretty easy to learn, and I want to help people that didn't know it or still don't know it. So the first thing I want to talk about is, as a surf caster in Cape Ann, what lures do I, or what's the main lure color I use? And that is easy. Bone. So, I'll try to make it so you guys can see. So, a bone color is pretty much, in my opinion, not only it's the all-around most, it's not a generic good, it's just simply, I think it is the best. Because when you think about it, when a fish is swimming over, striper's sitting, so there's a boulder right here, our striper's sitting right here, and it's got, this is what it thinks is a pogey or a menhaden and swimming over like that. All it's seeing is this white bottom. So I feel when you have it all around bone, it's just an easier way. If the lure is going sideways, bouncing up a little, going under the water, they'll see a bone all around, and I feel like that's just the best way of getting these bass to eat and being these fish that are so smart and have been around for so many years now. They know what to look for, and a lot of these bigger fish can pick out a lure. And I also feel like when you look at a mackerel, don't have any pictures of mackerel on me, but this is a good example. So here's a cotton cordell lure. This one has this silver on the bottom. You guys can kind of see, it's a silver, but it's almost like a white. And when you look at a mackerel, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be that cool, like intricate pattern on top with the whitish silver on the bottom. And I feel that the silver doesn't matter as much. I feel as long as you have this white bone color on there, that will give you the best color you can use for lures. As for top water, that's actually mainly just for top water, that's what I'm going to say. So that's something else I should talk about. So when I'm fishing, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So when I'm fishing a spook, this is an RM Smith. This is a Pencil by 24/7 lures. They're pretty, I like them a lot. I caught a bunch of big blues, some nice bass on it. So whenever I'm fishing something on top, pencils, spooks, I can't think of anything else. I know there are more. Oh, what am I saying? Metal lips. Metal lip down there. I'm not sure if you can see that right there in the corner. I mainly fish metal lips at night. But what I was saying is, anytime I'm fishing something on the surface during the day, it's going to have bone either on the bottom or the entire thing will be bone. That's just because of the main point that I was saying is bone is the most efficient color and it catches the most, and I like to say the biggest fish during the daytime. So yeah, that's my overall go-to color, bone. And then what you'll find with a lot of lures, give me a sec here, this one's stuck in the wall. So, here we go. So this is a Wonder Bread color of the Tsunami Talking Popper. Yeah, I'll have to draw a little Sharpie mark on there, right? Eat me on top. There you guys can see it there. So these will have these grayish white bottoms, and I feel like when you get to a pencil, they are looking less on the color of it more. I feel like a spook bass will take a longer look at the color of it, and that's what they're seeing. They're seeing a slow moving kind of, they get a good view on it, but with these pencils, and it's constantly shaking like this and being erratic, they're really just seeing the movement of it and hearing it, and they get a slight little glance at whatever's coming through that water, the color of it. So I feel like as long as you're fishing a color that's the bass can see, bone, you have a good shot at getting fish. That's what I do. So notice how I said only top water I'll fish bone. When I'm fishing, so here's an SP minnow. As same thing for swim baits. A lot of people will say to fish, if the squid are running heavy wherever you live, you fish pink. If the sand eels are out, I'm not sure what color people fish for sand eels really. I have some of these Tsunami sand eels, those are pretty good. Looks just like a sand eel. That's what I fish, these work well. But then, really when I go to, my go-to for swim baits is pearl. It works the best, in my opinion, I think. So what I was saying is with these SP minnows like this is a bunker color. Looks just like a pokey. So what I look for in these lures is an SP minnow I find is better with current than a, where is it? A Mag-Darter right there. So I'm fishing these usually in a good amount of current, and so current is water speed, and a good amount of water speed when it's moving, that's a little fast, like this, and there's waves going through, that's what it'll look like. So imagine all that coming against this thing. It gives it a wider walk, and I like that. For some reason I found that I had a bone SP minnow, and I compared it one day to a bunker and a mackerel. The mackerel caught 2 bass, and the bunker caught 1, and the bone did not get touched. So what I have to say there is, for some reason, some people love the bone. I just don't at all. I feel like it does not work through the surf during the day. At night I really only fish purple, because I feel like it gives it the best look. And then if there's ever a full moon or something and you can get a little more brightness, I'll fish the what's it called? Chicken scratch, because you can see, fish can see a little better, and sometimes the purple they'll be able to pick out, or they won't be able to pick it out, because the purple is meant to, I'll get into that now. So a lot of people, well, I didn't even really know this for a while, so a purple lure, here's a Needlefish by 24/7. I like this a lot. So you can see obviously it's black and purple. So the reason that this is black and purple is that this lure is essentially made to be fished in low light conditions after dark, or into dark and after sunset. So when it's after daylight hours like this, you're fishing lures that are not really going to give off that color that you're used to seeing in the day, like bone. Some people will fish bone. I'm not a big fan of fishing it after dark. So you want to fish these colors, because what the bass are seeing in the water at night is they have really well adapted vision to the conditions they live in. So they can see bone during the day really well, but not as well at night, in my opinion. So I like to, when I'm fishing a big lure like this, I like them to see, what they're seeing more of is the shape of it. So imagine this is swimming over your head. You're just seeing the body of this, and you're seeing that little wiggle on the top of the water, like a needlefish does. That's what I think, in my opinion, I believe bass can see. Well, I know from a lot of people I've talked to, you'll notice that they all say they fish purple because it's not the color of the lure that matters. It's the how should I phrase that? It's the shade of the lure. Yeah, it's the shade of it that gives off the body of the lure that makes them be able to see the profile of it, which is what you want to target bigger fish, is the profile. So, yeah. Anything else? I don't know. Oh, I really don't fish these too much. These Polaris poppers, that's what some people call them. I just call it a regular popper. This is by Super Strike, I think. I caught blues on blues on blues of this thing right here. I'm not sure if you can see it. Got kind of trashed. Yeah, so with these, I don't know what the color preference is for most people with these, but if I had to be honest, I'd say it's probably white too. White's that all-around best color, like I said. So I'd fish that in white. Bucktails, I'm honestly pretty new to the world of bucktails, and I did not fish them a lot last year. But from all I know, it seems like almost everybody will fish this red and white color. This is an S&S bucktail I got it from Tomos Tackle in Salem. I'll pair these with they're 5 1/8 inch otter tails that are red. They're the split tails. So yeah. And for spooks, you can see I also have this mother of pearl color. I wanted to. That's another thing I want to talk about. You'll find, make sure, don't listen to everything I say. That's the biggest thing, is you don't want to take word for word everything I said today and oh, I'm never going to fish bone after dark, or I'm never going to touch a mother of pearl jumping minnow. You want to test some of this stuff out for yourself, because what I figured out this year, my friend Sam Stavis from, I met him through a tackle store, Tomos, and I started to fish with him this year. He's a great guy. He told me he has one mother of pearl SP minnow. It's this color. He only has one of these and 10 of these in his bag. And I fished this, and it outfished this a good amount of the time. And really, I'm not sure why. It might look a little more natural. So that's a good example of fishing by your rules. And even still, Sam is a much better fisherman than me, and has caught thousands more stripers on pearl than bone than mother of pearl. So anything can work for you. So yeah, overall, that's what I gotta say for lure colors. And the biggest thing is, you want to match for anything after dark. You can see this whole row of purple. You're matching profile. The fish aren't seeing colors as much. It's more the profile of the lure. So you want to do that. Match profiles, not colors. In daytime, bone color, have that on the bottom. That's a must-have for me. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out my Instagram, Surf Chasing Stripers. That's where I'll be uploading some ice fishing pictures coming up. Got COVID right now, but you'll see in a couple days when I'm free of it. You'll see ice fishing pictures. I'll be getting some big pickerel, hopefully. And then when it comes around, stripers, yeah. When the stripers come back and I can actually spend my $1,000 of fishing stuff out. Alright, thanks guys. See you next time.